What's up, y'all? It's Beneficial Bay here, and I am so thankful y'all came to the pull-up experience. I'm taking a break now because I gotta shout out my boy Steve at Alien Eyes Photos. I know y'all listening right now, but when it comes to the video production and getting all my angles together, Alien Eyes Photos is the team that I choose. Make sure y'all check my boy Steve out. I think it's funny.
I think it is. Come on, keep rolling, man. This is take number 3, by the way, y'all.
Take number 3.
Welcome, everybody, to the Pull-Up Experience podcast edition. Now, we on episode 94.
94.
On our road to 100. Yes. It's some guests we know y'all want some more.
Yes.
So, for 94, we decided to bring back our good girlfriend, Mrs. Sherita Carthon.
Yes.
If you do not know, go back and check the old episode. We need
it
to
was
bring
fire.
this on YouTube.
It was
but
fire.
When it comes to branding, self-advocacy, self-awareness, and growth,
yes,
this is the lady you definitely want to talk to in the city. And let us not forget her rich friends and celebrity friends, okay? So, we're going to have us a good time tonight. Yes. This is episode 94. 94. And we are just going to go deeper into the conversation because y'all know some of them, you got to come back for more. It's like, wow, that was so great, yes. Right?
Yes.
Not only is Sherita wonderful when it comes to marketing yourself, entrepreneurship as a whole, continuing to just keep it pushing. She's also amazing at working with other entrepreneurs to get you started, yes. Help you on your journey, and just connect you to some really awesome people. So, without further ado, I want to reintroduce Mrs. Sherita Carthon.
Come on.
And there's nothing I can say
What's
that
up?
would do you any justice than what you can do for yourself. So, if they don't know, introduce people to yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sherita Carthon. I am a celebrity brand strategist. I had to throw that in there because everybody's like, no, you really have to continue to say that. I'm like, okay, celebrity brand strategist. And what I do for a living is I understand who you are, where you're going, and how much money you're trying to make getting there on that journey. And so I have specialized the ability to really show up in a bright and amazing way and take brands that are just not, they don't think they're ready, I make them ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on, that was good. Come on. That was good. So I don't think enough people.
So if anybody's wondering, don't worry, this little button will be gone next time y'all see me and Brandon on the same stage. I get so sick of this button, y'all.
This button is where it's at because I'm tired of faking. I'm doing it for real.
Let's go.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? I think that was a whole bar right there. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So I think enough people, when they have a business, they don't think about your business is part of your brand. Your image is part of your brand. Your personality is part of your brand. It's all interconnected or whatnot.
Yeah. I want to share a story with you guys. And it's really weird and unorthodox, right? But it literally allowed me to understand why I do what I do. So a couple years ago, I have a twin sister, just in case you guys don't know. If you find her on the street, it's not me, it's her. Okay? But we got contracted to do this hoarder house. Right, to clean out a hoarder house. Okay. And so we went in a hoarder house. I mean, it was trash from the bottom of the floor. You couldn't even see the floor. To the top of almost the wall. And when I went in there, I started to clean. And I mean, it literally took us about 7 hours to clean the house. Right? We also, the same day, was contracted to do another house. Now, when we went in this house, the house was pretty much immaculate. Like you, and I was just wondering to myself, I said, now, to each person, their house may have been semi-dirty or a mess. We all have ranges of messes. So the hoarder mess, I am a very clean, concise type of person. And so if I went into a hoarder house, I'll be like, oh my God, this is just such a mess. But when that person is looking at their house, they're like, it's not that bad. And then the person who is super clean, they were like, oh man, I still got to get a cleaner to come in here and clean this house. But you're looking at their brand and you're like, man, it's really not that bad. I don't even know how I can even clean this up. Like, where would I even start? And so when I think about branding, I think about the energy, the environment, the cleanliness or non-cleanliness, and then your perspective about that. Because there one hoarder can go to another hoarder's house and be like, girl, your house is clean as all get out. You should come to my house. And then I be looking at it like, y'all both nasty. You know what I'm saying? But every time you encounter a brand is your personal experience with that person. And so whether you are a mom, whether you are a trash man, whether you are, a high-end celebrity, there's always brands, individual people that you're always interacting with that you have to make a decision like, okay, do I want to be associated with this brand? Does this brand align with my thoughts, my feelings, my values, and my emotions, and what I believe in? And so before you even start a business, start at your home. Your home is a representation of what your brand truly is.
Come on, Sheree. I won't say that. I ain't want to. I think that was so good.
Yeah.
I think that once again, because I took it as you like someone can see, looking outside and can see your brand and be like, okay, you need to do this, A, B, and C.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Versus you think, oh, I'm doing it. I got 10 likes today. You know what I'm saying?
And that person that got 10 likes probably is excited as all get out because they came from having no likes for 60 days. Versus somebody else that get 250 likes just in 12 seconds would be like, come on, bro, what you doing?
Right.
You ain't doing that.
So basically just scaling it to get, scaling it to go to get it as maximum potential. So I like that.
Absolutely.
Yes. So let's dive a little bit into that because I know, one, not only are you helping entrepreneurs, but would you be an entrepreneur yourself, you have tackled a lot of different aspects of it.
Yeah.
From the mental health piece to the branding piece to so on and so forth. So my question to you tonight is, what are some things that you know as an entrepreneur that entrepreneurs don't know to expect when pursuing entrepreneurship itself?
The bootstrap. The bootstrap, hands down. People do not understand. Okay, so I'm going to take it back again. There is a book by Tim Ferriss, the 4-Day Work Week. And, it's a dope book. Yeah. But it started out allowing people to think that entrepreneurship was super easy. That you can just take 4 days, you can be on the beach sipping Mai Tais and chill and become a millionaire, and that's pretty much it. And if you actually talk to real entrepreneurs, it's day to day, 80 hours, nonstop. You work 15 times harder as an entrepreneur than you would on a 9-to-5, and everything is on you. And so when you're talking about mental health, you have to be your own boss. And a lot of people don't understand, even if you're a content creator, you literally have to get up every single day and shoot video and edit video. I mean, you all are bloggers. I mean, vloggers. Yeah. You understand that it's not just, I'm going to turn on the camera and then that's it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I wish.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hours and hours of thinking and processing and cutting. And what you see as the end product is probably like 30, 40 hours of time that nobody even saw.
Yeah. And shout out to you.
Yes, Brandon.
I'll give it to you.
And almost at 100 episodes. I mean, I know you have some stories.
Man, I can. All right, so
let's go.
Let's go. We can go there because, like, how many times have we done where we weren't actually recording?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, when we first got started, it was a. What I love about the pull-up experience is we work off of assignment and not appetite, because with entrepreneurship, everybody. With entrepreneurship, a lot of people work off appetite. You got that hunger for it. You know, you get a little taste of it, and you're satisfied, and then you fall back. And with us, we work off assignment. So when you're working off assignment or you moving in purpose, it's like, I done bit off more than I could chew, and I still got to keep going. I got to keep going. There's still a lot on my plate, and I'm still going to keep going, or we're going to figure it out, because this is what I'm called to do, you know? So one thing I will say about my big bro on camera one time, so don't ask me to repeat it.
Oh, man.
We have had some times we've recorded, and at least we thought we were recording. We have had to restart 3 and 4 times.
Yeah.
We have had some laughs. We have had some tears.
Yeah.
Both with and without our guests. And we've even had some breaks. Shoot, y'all not just coming back off hiatus. But we keep it pushing. And a lot of that is due to the leadership of the team. Now, though we all can say we're all bosses in our own right, we all do run several businesses, have different jobs and things of that nature, children. One thing I will say is, as a halfway lead, y'all know, I'm the one who runs the show.
No, general, you the general. Hands down.
Our leadership, specifically from Not Your Average Agent, has been enough to keep everybody to stay the course. And entrepreneurship is such a task.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of jokes. Like, you can laugh about it. You cry at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Woo, a lot of tears.
Oh, yeah.
But we laugh about it later.
And that's why I can't wait to do the 100 episodes. I want to be able to talk about those things that we've been through. Because we've been through a lot. We've been a lot to get here.
Yeah. I think that recap episode is probably going to be the most epic episodes. You all have to run a bloopers. Like, you know what I'm saying? 100 bloopers for 100 episodes.
Oh,
like,
that's genius.
Yeah.
We definitely got them. I say all that. Because after I seen Kanye West's documentary, I said, man, I think that's the greatest way to see how someone started and then see where they ended up. And I know I know the pull-up experience. We getting to the point to where now people how I think I told a story to the gang, but I remember I was on my daughter and someone literally said, "Hey man, you the pull-up dude." I'm like, "The pull-up? Who's that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, "No, that's you, man. Like, thank you for what you do." I'm like,
don't do that
man.
No more, y'all.
Hey, listen.
When I tell you we couldn't get his head through the door,
no,
let's go.
It wasn't even that.
Yes.
It swole up.
It just let me know that people are watching that way. And it made me, like you said, assignment. It made me realize, like, this is bigger than just, a hobby. This is bigger than just, what I'm saying, whatever people think this is. This is bigger than me. Bigger than Nino Brown. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely Pookie.
What?
It just made me realize, like... Listen. I was like, we you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to your business, you have to be passionate about it, even in the days. Because Lord knows, there's been some days where I was like, I'm not editing these videos today.
We know.
Hey. And another thing, by the way, guys, it's always not about perfection, but progression. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hey, if y'all seen our first episode to now, it's gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah.
I used to rap to test the mic like every
Let's
episode.
go. Test the mic.
I had to do like a couple bars.
Just
to make
see
sure the mic
Marquita.
was working.
Let's go.
I got it. Don't worry. When the documentary come on, you'll see it.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I got all
Don't
of
do
them.
that. Yes, don't do that.
I got all of them. So I want to touch on that about the content creation part, because as a content creator, it is some real BS sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. So without saying too much, me and my team had a conversation with So Chanel.
Okay.
And good friend of ours, possibly going to be at the conference.
Okay.
But so when we were having a conversation with her, she was just really talking about content creation and how there is such an illusion around how much she actually has to do behind the scenes, and then also how much of herself has to be sacrificed for the sake of content creation versus the things that, so she's just like, I have to do this for my family, but I'm also forsaking my family to do this. And so in entrepreneurship, there is absolutely things that you have to have an understanding have to have an understanding family who understands that you don't just go to work 9 to 5 and then they get an opportunity to have you from 6 to 9. You may not have me for 3 or 4 days, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, me missing a couple of events here or there because I'm building something. Think again, going back to the pull-up experience, how many hours did you have to sacrifice doing this that people didn't see? Yeah. You could have missed a daughter's birthday. You could have missed, opportunity to go out with the family. But now you have people who are now being affected across the world, because YouTube is not like just Cleveland, Ohio. There are people all across the world looking at content. So I want to pivot just for a second. Is that okay?
By all means.
last night I was watching a video about this, of course, this upcoming financial crisis and how all of these big end companies, Google, Amazon, just so many big companies are laying off people by the hordes, right? So they said, I just did a little bit of research, they said that 60% of people who are now being laid off are no longer going back into the workplace. They're becoming content creators because online and social media is the only place that people are finding a refuge. Right? People are angry. So what? You're going to go on TikTok and you're going to rant about it and you're going to get an audience. And, you know, and now TikTok is feeding you, right? And TikTok is laying off people and Facebook is laying off people and Instagram. So it's just like, where are we going? How is this thing breaking out? We did a little bit more research and a lot of people are choosing entrepreneurship because it definitely provides some freedom. But there's a disillusionment about it, right? Because it's not just simple as point and click. And so as people try in this new post-pandemic era, try to figure out financially where they're going to go, content creation is the number one way to go. Even technology. So here's another thing a lot of people don't realize. Technology companies are shutting down. Technology entrepreneurs is at its highest rate. So now, if you're going to go into technology, branding technology, whatever it is, you're going to be a consultant to these major corporations. They're no longer hiring people. They're literally putting on independent consultants to come in so it's on, everything is on an a la carte as needed basis now. This is the society we're going to.
I didn't know that. And let me ask you this, because like that's very interesting, because so when it comes to content, we consume so much of it, right? I think they said the average news cycle was not even a day anymore. I think it was like a couple hours. And they're already to the next thing. So with that being said, how do you think entrepreneur can stand out with their content above everyone else?
Community. Like, honestly, being able, first of all, niching down. I mean, that's always been the situation. Find your target market, find your people, find out who is your audience.
You mean everybody can be an audience?
And literally,
everybody
no one, I'm going to say this on camera. I'm going to say this on camera. Nobody understands how to niche down the dang on target market than this person right here. Okay? She will niche down your target market down to, I mean, y'all watching Martin today, y'all watching Living Single next week. I'm just like, if you want to understand how to niche down your audience, but figuring out your target market, number one, hands down, and then serving them like your life depended on it.
That's good stuff.
Serving them like your life depended on it.
The wine or the words?
Both. No, absolutely both.
It was a
right.
Both.
And long are gone are the days where you have to have 1 million followers. You don't have to have 1 million followers on social media. Content is king. Like, literally, if you are creating the content that your audience needs to hear at the time that they need to hear it, I understand now, people aren't even selling. No one is selling. But you're selling. Audience. You're speaking to them. You're allowing an opportunity to really allow them to lay their hair down. So I'm going to take a second to talk about my husband real quick. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
So my husband this Saturday had a huge concert, right? Had some of the biggest names in the gospel industry in Cleveland as lead singers for this concert. Now, everybody don't connect with my husband. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But he understood his target market would come out for those people. Now, he also understood, just like us as kids, you know, we listen to 90s music and 2000s music. In the church world, it's all about now going back to that choir sound, hymns, like organ music, right? He said, now my husband is so modest. He was just like, I think only about 50 people gonna show up. You know, so I was just like, you know, I'm gonna follow your lead. You say 50, I say 100. Y'all, guess how many people we had at that concert?
How many?
We had over 250 people. We ran out of programs.
That's crazy.
We ran out of seats.
That's
because we were not
supporting church fans.
Bro, I mean, packed to the wall.
Yeah.
And it's literally, this Tuesday? as early as yesterday, still people are talking about this concert.
That's good.
They're like, I can't get it out of my head. And why? It's the branding of the experience. You don't have to worry, again, talking about how do you blow up on YouTube, how do you blow up on Instagram, how you blow up by going back to the basis of your target market and feeding them what they need right now. Why is wine sales so high?
Because we need a snack.
Because it's hard out here for a pimp. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here. Why is, even makeup sales high? Because people want, even in the midst of depression, people still want to feel beautiful, right? And then people are, you don't have to sell this society. Talk to them. Give them, like, again, in the gospel world, give them hymns, I don't know if you guys know the gospel world. There was a big gospel great Lemons. He just died. Did you guys hear about Kevin Lemons? Died? Okay. Huge gospel, like, emerging, was connected with Kirk Franklin and stuff like this. Just, boom, heart attack. And it, like, sent a shock ripple throughout the entire world, right? But then it gave people like my husband the opportunity to say, wait a minute, people really do need this. Sung one of his songs, again, at the concert, tore the whole church up. I mean, folks couldn't contain themselves. I ain't seen. I felt like I was at Azusa Street, but but seriously, there is no right formula. You don't have to have big audiences and content creation. You can. I saw somebody that came out the gate 3 months ago on YouTube, and they hit their target market so king that they're making 6 figures now. 3 months, 4 months. But you got to understand who you're talking to and what they need. And that's and that will never change. No matter what social media platform you get on, human beings are human beings. And if you connect with people on a real human level, it don't matter if people keep going and showing you cat videos. That's why on YouTube they have what? Subscriptions. So whether it's subscriptions on YouTube is going to be huge moving forward in the next 5 years, because it's literally telling the algorithm, I don't care what you put on my timeline, this is who I'm watching. I'm watching the pull-up experience. I'm watching Sherita Carthon and Power Brand. This is who I want to watch. And so now it's like you're choosing your own cable stations. You become the cable station. So if you feel like, oh my God, I'm afraid to do content, I'm afraid for you not to do content. I'm afraid for you not, because we have nothing. Because we have nothing else. One more thing, and I'll let y'all talk.
No, you good.
50 Cent, y'all. 50 Cent created a high market demand for every last one of his shows. He's partnered with stars, right? You cannot beat. Well, you can't beat me and my husband. Get into the TV on a Friday night or a Sunday night, because we are so thirsty for that amazing content in the shows that, we just want to see it. And you can't create content fast enough because we are living in a binge society.
We are.
And so because we're living in a binge society, it may have taken you a year and a half to create that whole series. I watched the whole series in a weekend, and I'm thirsty for more. So now you gotta create more content. And so if we had more people, like the pull-up experience, like 50 Cent, who has that understanding in mind, the only thing that we want to do in this post-pandemic world is mentally tap out. So if I can mentally tap out to your content, and you keep creating that content over and over again, I'm literally watching your show, and I can know you more than probably the latest celebrity that just Kim Kardashian or anybody else, because I just want to tap out to your content. No, you can't be afraid of giving that, So
Because for me, like, I honestly, I'm big on celebrities. I love people who can teach you, show me some of value. That's why I shout out to David Shams. Like, anything David Shams puts out there, I'm consuming it because it's stuff of value, right? And I think that we're in an age now where you don't have to be a quote unquote celebrity, like,
you don't,
or you could be what they call it, a macro influencer or whatnot. As long as you're adding value, like you said, to your audience, people are gonna come.
Absolutely.
So no, shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah. Well, another thing I want to say is be transparent. Be like really stop thinking that you have to be fake. Stop thinking that you have to put on for people. Stop thinking that, if you are having a bad day and you're like, okay, I'm going to do content and if you're having a bad day, like literally go ahead and have a bad day. And you can choose if you want to have a bad day on camera. Okay? So I'm going to pivot again. Branding, right? Krishan and Rock. Blueface, right? Yeah. Rock and Blueface.
I'm all about to say we got
Rock and Blueface.
The girl with the no two.
The no two, yeah.
Oh, no, I know. I feel like the algorithm is pushing her to us now at this point.
So here's the thing. They're a walking train wreck.
Yeah.
They're running train wreck.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's scary, right? And so why is it that I feel like every so often as an internet auntie, I need to check on Krishan? It's because content-wise, they're point shooting, clicking, but they're getting on Instagram, getting on Snapchat. I don't even know if that's still on, but I'm just saying, like, they're getting on TikTok, on these social media platforms, and just living life, right? Now, there's a part of us that's like, oh my God, we gotta save that girl. You just want to make sure she's okay. But at the same time, why is it that we are so drawn to them?
You're invested.
Why? Why are you invested?
That's a great question. I don't know.
And the thing is, again, it's like that crazy song on the radio that you hear over and over and over again, and you like, oh, I can't stand this song, and you start singing it, and now it's in your soul. You're like, I can't stop singing this song that I hate. But we can do it on the flip side, right? Have you guys ever watched eating videos, ASMR?
I don't watch like the mukbangs.
I ain't hip.
Where they eat the food and just talk, and just you hear the.
Yeah,
all that.
I ain't hip.
There's a lot of people use it for like relaxation. A lot of people like the conversation while they're grubbing, not just eating. Like, it's not cute. It's like sauce everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I ain't hip.
Smacking, popping bubble gum.
Right,
but some people binge out to hours and hours. Even like cracking like
soap. I already
watch
that shit. I mean that stuff all the time. She'll watch it. I'm like, what's up with the soap? With the
cutting of the soap? Yeah.
What relaxes people and what just captivates their attention.
Right.
And if you know, like I said, just knowing your audience is major because you can always talk directly to them. Not to say everybody can't be your audience, because everybody can be your audience, but who's listening versus who you're talking to is huge in just business, brand, and entrepreneurship. Yeah. So it's like, I don't mind who listens in on the conversation, but when I'm talking to you, we're going to have one-on-one talk because I want you to feel what I'm saying. I want to speak in your language and your dialect if you're from the hood or the neighborhood. I want to change up my ebonics so that you feel comfortable enough to receive what I'm saying. Once you receive what I'm saying, we're opening up the idea of, okay, if you would like to go further in our relationship, you can do so however you may choose. Be it if I do want to sell to you, maybe a subscription or the opportunity to work with me a little bit further, maybe just something small, because I know if I know you, I know your budget too. So I'll be able to actually help you with like payment plans and everything. But that if you don't know who you're talking to, or you're just trying to stick spaghetti on the wall, you're just going to have a whole lot of greasy walls. That's true. A lot of people don't realize.
I would cut it down. So y'all comment below. Y'all want y'all want the buzzer or not? Y'all
absolutely not. And please don't be afraid to say no. That 7 seconds is a killer.
It's a long time.
Algorithm time. Cause you know how many things I could have swiped and looked at. We could have been watching them argue.
You funny.
Jeez, it would have been on Neighborhood Talk and Shade.
Listen. Also, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Don't be afraid to piss people off. Don't be afraid to piss people off, because people celebrate that as well. I'm serious. Don't be afraid. I was in DC at the Best Man premiere.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, shout out Morris Chestnut, shout out like the whole team, cool people. When I got there to DC, it was a long line of people out, like just out the door. Everybody, everybody had to come through the same door. So they have one place for VIP, one place where everybody else goes.
I'm gonna tell me because I ain't never been.
Right. So it's cool. It's cool. So I get to the VIP and they're like, "Who are you?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "What do you mean?
You don't know who I am?
What do you mean?" Right. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Sherita Carthon, with this person, list." They was like, "Oh, we don't see you on the list. We don't see it." So I was like, "Hold on, don't be afraid to piss people off." I said, "There's a second list that you're not looking at." She was like, "What? There's no second list." So there was a young lady that walked up with the second list. She was like, "Ma'am, she's high VIP. Like, don't even test her." But, oh, I'm sorry. But don't be afraid to piss people off, because understanding that if you're standing your ground for whatever you're doing, it may be like so wrong or so right. But the thing is, you have to take a stand about who you are and what you do. You know what I'm saying? And some people are not doing content creation. They're not even doing entrepreneurship because they're afraid of what their parents are going to think. They're afraid of what their peers is going to think. They're afraid to move forward. They're in their own head. Like, because 95% of the decisions that we make is based off of how we feel about ourselves, not how the audience who needs us feels about us. And so, once that young lady saw the second list, she was like, "Oh my God, I am so sorry. Here's your VIP pass. You go upstairs, go to, hors d'oeuvres and stuff."
I actually did. Afterward, did you brush past it? Like, yeah, that's what
a little bit in my head. You know what I'm saying? I tried to be humble, but I'm like, understand, like, I ain't over here for no reason, bro. Like, but again, it's just like, if I did not have the confidence, then that other lady wouldn't have been like, "Oh, let me pay attention to what's going on." What if I just like, "Oh, it's okay. Well, I'm not on the list. I'll just go." And then somebody else had a whole nother list that you didn't have access to. Right? Just because you don't have access don't mean that I'm not in my right position.
Right.
And so once she understood that, it's just like, she was like apologetic, but know where you're supposed to be too. Know who you are. That's another thing about brand. You gotta have the confidence. You have to have the balls. People, and I'll talk a little bit about the celebrity stuff. People ask me all the time, "How in the world are you able to connect with these celebrities and stuff?" I said, because I know exactly who they are. I've been working with them for years. I understand my target market. I understand their diva. I can handle the diva attitudes. I can handle the backlash. I can handle turnaround projects within 24 hours is something that should be done in a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, understand your capacity. What can you do and what can't you do? And then once you understand that, understand if you're confident, in what you are doing, that increases your brand value. Because not only you know what you're doing, but you're walking in that. And so when I'm hitting red carpets and doing all that other kind of stuff and flying to LA, it's work, but I'm also working on me. I'm working on my confidence. I'm working on my, people. When I was in LA, shout out to Braylee Evans, my girl, it was her birthday. And I was in the room with people, I had no clue who they were. All celebrities. All of them were celebrities. Didn't know who it was. That is Major was there. Do you know who that is? This is Major. This is Major. Okay, I'll show you later. This is Major. Flame Monroe. Y'all ever heard of Flame Monroe?
I love her.
Now listen, I got a story about Flame real quick.
I can't wait.
Listen.
Love her.
So
I'm gonna say I get hit.
I'm in here. I'm in the room.
Funny.
I'm in the room. Flame walks through the door. Now, Flame and her friend, they kicking and stuff. They walk right over, like we're standing around, tabletop, talking, chilling. I had no clue who she was, so I'm like, "Well, how do you know?" Listen. Flame and Rose, shout out Netflix. Tiffany Haddish, if you don't know, find out.
Oh yeah, she did that. They ready.
She ready.
Yeah.
So we're kicking it, right? She's kicking it with me the whole time. My phone, like, I want to take a picture with her because I'm just like, maybe she is somebody. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I want to take a picture because I'm in the room with opportunity. So I was like, how did you know Brayley? She was like, oh, I'm a comedian and da-da-da. I was like, oh, that's nice. She was just like, I was at an award show. Mm-hmm. So Tabitha Brown walks in the door. Mm-hmm. Like, no, so everybody knows.
I know who that is.
You know who Tabitha Brown is. Okay. She got a vegan popcorn that's off the chain. Go get it right now. Okay. So roasted garlic. Anyway, back to anyway, Tabitha walks in. She was like, "Oh my God, I love you." I mean, they were just talking back and forth. So I'm just like, "Wow, this, she is I'm like, maybe I should look this lady up because I'm just like, who is this? You know what I'm saying?"
Oh,
so Flame comes back and she's like, "Girl," she was like, "Your camera greasy." she was like, "Let's clean your camera." She was like, "What you been doing with that phone?" Straight laughing. It's not till I get back to Cleveland and I'm, uploading the videos and stuff of Flame and, Tabitha talking and stuff like that. And, so I was like, and I went to her page and I was like, Flame.
Oh, yeah, she is.
I was like,
good.
Oh, so this is who, and the thing is, again, when you're in the room and you're with your target market, you're already who they are. Because if you're in there, you already made it. You don't have to reintroduce myself. If you're in this room in a cut of LA, right? It's because you've done the due diligence and the work and the connections and your stuff so that you can be in that right position. That's where you want to be.
That's good.
And so once I understood, like, okay, I'm in the room with this person and that person and this person. Now in that room, Tabitha Brown was just like everybody else because everybody was a celebrity. So it wasn't, oh, let me take pictures with you and stuff like that. We kicking it like friends, And so I think that's another thing about being comfortable in your lane, confident in who you are and what your brand is, knowing your stuff, right? Because when you understand and you know your stuff, there's a swag, there's a confidence that comes with that. And you're okay, and then that's how you elevate because you're continuing to serve that market, right? And so being around celebrities is just like the garbage man taking out, picking up trash every day. This is what this man does. This is his job. And so my job is, it seems glamorous because I'm around the people that, oh my God, you're around this person. But those are my friends. So those are people that I kick it with. And so they're like, oh my God, you're a big deal. No, I'm just being Sherita. That's it. And it's just like, if you decide to be more of yourself, everything else is going to fall into place. Like literally take your, we talk about mental health. Live outside of your mind, right? And then really, really, really figure out what it is that you want to do and do that unapologetically. Stop being in your mother's pocket, your daddy's pocket, your friend's pocket, because honestly, half those people can't take you where you really want to go. Get around your peers. Get around people. I'm around these two because these two are my peers. Marquita has known me for a long time.
Look, I was on my memories today. Our first sipping shop was 10 years ago.
What?
I started to Facebook it, and I was like, I ain't gonna Facebook it because I'm gonna see her later. But
listen,
that was
I want
our
to see the
very
pictures.
first sipping shop. It was on my Facebook thing saying, everybody, thank you for coming out, such and such and such and such. Yeah, me and Sherita been making money before
a long time. And that's how it is in the industry too. So you see like back in the day in the 1990s when you see old school pictures of Rihanna and Tiffany Haddish and all those people, you're like, they was kicking it back then and now they're big stars together.
Right.
They've been friends for 10, 20 years. And you're like, well, I've been knew Sherita. Right. Y'all just getting I've been knew Brandon. Right. That's my boy. Like, Brandon.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, because once you get in your industry, you pretty much grow up together. You grow up. You already know. Sherita gonna come through with some Brandon stuff. You already know. Marquita gonna come through with some content marketing. Brandon gonna come through with the hot real estate. Okay, you in the house.
And hot bread.
You know what? Throw my drink over there, but I don't want to spill that on Sherita. You know what I'm
Speaking of drink, make sure y'all stay hydrated. I'm loving this beyond the algorithm water bottles. Keeping my water so nice and fresh.
Yes.
So what I heard from you was in order to get in the room with David Shands, right? I need to go ahead and just appeal to them in the way that I know how to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like,
So let's practice that right now.
Yeah.
Don't want you to smile like that.
Look,
Why?
So I'm David Shares. What would you say to him right now? Like, if he's on a pull-up experience, y'all talking just really genuinely, no fanboy.
I'm about to say I really am a fanboy. I'm like,
yeah, fanboy for like, you can fanboy for about 10 minutes, and that's it.
Okay.
Because you can't fanboy when you want to work with people. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. How you doing, Miss Shan?
What's up?
You know,
Would you call him Mr. Shan?
Yeah, what you yeah, he's so weird. That is so weird.
I probably be worried about like, hey, David. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think David,
Da-
but you know.
David Shan. That's the same.
Yeah,
Say
but he
the whole
goes by
government.
Dave.
Yeah, just
You
Dave.
watch every episode. I don't think
Right.
anybody walks up to him like, "What's up, Mr.
What?
Shan?"
Right.
We're not buddies.
Right, Mr.
Yeah,
Shan.
that's not how
that's so
that's not how that episode goes.
You right.
so
you right.
proper.
You right.
Break it down.
Dave, what's going on?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big fan. I've been watching you for a very long time, and I just wanted to say you are inspiration to me, my friend. You know.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So how about you come out to Cleveland, come back and do the interview with the pull-up experience, and we show the people just how great people interview people.
See, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I
Just
would have added a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
let's
because-
reverse. We role
because
playing today. Okay.
Because what you did make it seem like whatever you finna do is more about me than it is about you.
Yeah.
And most people, including us, we look for the benefit of, like, how is it going to benefit me more than just telling Cleveland I exist, because you're in Cleveland, you already know I exist, so why would I fly to Cleveland to tell Clevelanders that I exist? Like, just YouTube me, you know what I mean? And we say his name literally every episode. Yes,
So
we
how
will
would you
be
break
going
that
to
down?
Cumberland. First of all, I will go to Cumberland. I pull up on you in your t-shirt. I would definitely be a part of the morning meetup again. I would resubscribe to the morning meetup. And yes, Brandon was already in it too. We bought the birthday bundle and everything. So we would go off, first of all, talking about the different parts that we liked and maybe some we disliked, because some people, like I say, can't be afraid to piss people off.
Don't be afraid to piss people off.
So you tell them the parts that you like. So
She thought about this, man.
Let's go.
Let me go first.
When y'all see the Social Proof Podcast team up with Pull Up Experience Podcast, please know.
Let's go. It's gonna happen.
That this has been in talks and in the works.
We talk about from the beginning, though.
We need to just bring David Shands to Power Brand and call it a day, so you can just get it off your chest.
So
look at it. Let's go.
As soon as the pandemic hit, who was going to pay to have David pre-COVID Donnie? Who was going to pay to fly them in for our very first conference we was going to do?
Let's go.
Don't this has been a very long and well thought out process. But
yeah,
I would start off with everything I did love and didn't love about the morning meetup and the Social Proof Podcast. First of all, I would talk about how I'm not in Atlanta and I cannot come to the live interviews, but I am here every week, and whatever I miss, like a episode 3 minutes later, as soon as it's posted, Brandon will call and say, "Hey, did you see him?" We would start here, a nice little joke, kind of break the ice.
Yes.
We would talk about the great parts, because we definitely want you to know we're fans, but we will also talk about areas of improvement, because now I've triggered your emotions. Because
trigger the emotions.
Trigger your emotions. Anybody who feels like, oh, it goes from groupie to, hold on, what you trying to say?
Exactly.
Real quick. But now you're intrigued to what I got to say, because you're still going to take the opportunity to improve if you're a real entrepreneur. Then I'm going to talk about all the different things that I've noticed, the different things and the reasons that I've stayed for all these years as part of the Social Proof team. I'm going to introduce myself and my team, or at least...
because we're a package, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. We are a package deal. We actually modeled off of him and his package.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We modeled ourselves. We'll talk about that. Then we talk about different things that you've already said that you fly out for. We have an audience of this. These people are into that. We also have connections at high-end establishments. Not just... a couple of shabby motels, but somewhere that we would actually be proud to bring your family take. I'll talk about some different great things in Cleveland and great entrepreneurs that we can actually go and see and pull up with together.
Absolutely.
And then I'd extend the offer of, okay, I would love for you to come out. We are doing Power Brand Conference. We're going beyond the algorithm.
Yes.
Creating a little social proof for some of our celebrity friends, and we would love for you to come out and be a part of that experience with the rest of the celebrities.
With the rest of the celebrities.
Be in the number.
Because
I told her that.
He did. You know.
Because
y'all know how Brandon is.
the thing is, people say, how do you get next to celebrities? Pair them with their peers. You know what I'm saying? It's just
nobody
like,
want to be the guinea pig.
Nobody want to be the guinea pig. So it's just like, you know, let's talk about Power Brand real quick. So the Power Brand Beyond the Algorithm is May 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's a 3-day conference where you're going to have some of the hottest celebrities and influencers coming from all across the world. Also, representatives from companies like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you know, LinkedIn. They're all coming to Power Brand to have a real conversation about content creation and monetization. Like, okay, so we're here. All of these people are becoming content creator entrepreneurs. How is this going to look? Y'all are laying everybody off. You are, you know, basically like, what is the new future of how money is going to be made? And so on May 18th, 19th, and 20th, you are going to have your answer. If you're really trying to be an entrepreneur, come to this conference. If you're really trying to understand what content creation looks like from the horse's mouth, from these big end companies, you need to come to this conference. If you need to understand what branding yourself, power branding. So, you know, we all have on a Power Brand t-shirts, and you see all of this merch, but that's power branding. Power branding is really me and my friends calling you and your friends, and we gonna all be friends, right?
We can do this every weekend.
We can do this every weekend, okay? Because this is a power brand. You know what I'm saying? You think of him, you think of real estate, you think of pull-up, you know, experience. You think of her, you think of content creation, Beneficial Bay. You think Sherita Carthon, you think Urban Classic Design Studios. Only thing I'm doing is calling all of my Power Brand friends, and we coming together, and we're really allowing you to have an experience alongside of us, because we don't learn by just talking. You learn by experiencing us and how we do what we do. I've learned how to make so much money from this girl that now I make money hand over foot because of things she taught me 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I'm in rooms with major corporations and you know, John Kerry University, all of these people, and connecting with all these people that don't even know me, but because I have a system now, right? I have automation now.
Sign her.
But if you don't have Power Brand friends like that, you're not going anywhere, because people are like, oh yeah, I can do it by myself. You cannot. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, you need a team. You need mentors. You need people in your ear. You need community, because outside of you doing what you're doing, you also need people around you to help you do what you do. Because that's the only way we're going to be better. So at the Power Brand Conference, yes, we're bringing in some high-end celebrities. Yes, we are bringing in some high-end content creators, because you have to, I don't want this to be a normal conference. I really want people to like blow up, click it, like going back to the concert that my husband just had. I'm just doing the exact same he did, but on a bigger level. I'm bringing I'm bringing my own enemies to the table. Because my enemy's gonna eat, and if I'm feeding my enemies, now I'm your now you're my son.
Come on.
Bring your enemies to the table. Because the thing is, your enemies still need to eat. Why not let the plate come from you? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this: it's just like, if you really trying to be an entrepreneur in this world, you have to understand what you're up against. And I'm bringing, like, this has never happened before, but I'm bringing these major companies to this town where people are just like, well, whatever, Cleveland. No, I'm really trying to be innovative, pivot, do something different on my own dime. Because again, we talked about bootstrapping. People are like, well, how are you making this happen? It's a lot of saving, a lot of crying, a lot of begging, because the money's not coming from corporate organizations no more. They're like, we ain't got it. This is what people do. If you ever desire to do something big, prepare not to be supported until you do it big. right?
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody is going to jump on your back. They're going to be like, oh, man, when is the next part? This is a great...
Oh, yeah.
But where were you
Mm-hmm.
when I was crying in the corner? Where were you when I wanted to just shut it down? Where were you? Where were you? And you have to be, again, just like, again, I go back to Soso Chanel. She said nobody understands what you have to sacrifice to get to where you're getting. But once they see the manifestation of all of the hard end, back-breaking, soul-crushing work that you had to do literally with you and your team alone, and then they see the final result, like, you don't know, I almost died. I almost didn't make it, you know? But I think we talk about the journey, that's what makes it worth it, because I know that once people experience Power Brand and the way they're going to experience it, you can't come back from it. It's going to, just like that concert that my husband had, just going full circle, I feel like it's going to stick to your bones. Like oxtails and grits. Yeah.
Soul food.
I'm excited. Like that, I think that the city needs something like that.
Yeah. We need answers.
Yeah, no, and we need something that because we have conversations in the city all the time. That's honest truth. But I feel like we need something that's going to feed entrepreneurs as a whole and educate them and not even educate, not network, and just literally just help them take it to business on another level. So shout out to you, Sherita.
I appreciate that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
David Shands, you watching this, man?
David Shands, I'm gonna talk to my team tomorrow.
We're sending it.
Oh yeah.
Listen, because
we tag you in it.
Listen. So, and that's what I'm just saying. Sometimes, again, we're having conversations with people that we never thought would even remotely get on the phone with us because they're like, "Who is Sherita Carthon?" Right? But at the same time, you just never know, because the thing is, you can catch a person at the right time. It could be the right time. And all of a sudden, they look at your email and be like, you know what? I've been doing all this industry stuff, but I ain't seen nothing like it. I'm going to just go ahead down here to this Power Brand situation.
Yeah.
Here you go. I'm gonna say Bashir, because that's how it was about Bashir. I promise you. Yeah. I literally was like, hey, man, I'm about to shoot the shot. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying?
Again.
And again. No, because I really did.
Yeah.
I remember when me and my kids sat down, we literally said, okay, we want some people on the show. And we said, we want Bashir on. First time. We love you, by the way, Bashir.
17th time.
But
you gotta be persistent.
You gotta be persistent, and I promise you, when he was like, "Oh yeah, definitely." But he episode 83 or something like that.
He's definitely not too far.
Yeah, he's like episode 83.
Yeah, but one of our longest and best episodes.
Oh,
wow,
very impactful on a spiritual, emotional, entrepreneurial side. It was a whole, well-rounded, well worth it. And I love, there's a snippet in his where he hits on the fact this happened right on time for both parties. For Pull Up and for Bashir. And it happened because had it happened a year ago when we first started, we wouldn't have been able to pull out what we got from him, because he wouldn't have been able to experience what he had experienced throughout that whole year to bring it to the platform the way he did. And I think that was one of the most, not one of the most, because he has some great ones, but that was a great one that I took from it. All right, I'm still going to clown you because you still made us wait forever. But it was so good.
But it was worth the wait.
But it was worth the wait. And like you said, and like I just want to encourage anybody who's doing something, you want to reach out to that person that you think is, not saying obtainable, but it's someone how you think is out your quote unquote league. Yeah. That's I don't know.
Yeah, it takes out your head.
Because Brandon reached out to me, y'all.
Hey, you see
what
you see what you said? No, you see what you said? No.
But he just caught me on the right day, actually checking the message request. Go check your message request. You'd be surprised.
No, that's a fact.
It's money in your message request. Everybody in your DM might not be worth a response. If they got 0 followers, you know what I'm saying? They might not be able to help you get 1 million. But it is some significant people that's just worth the conversation. I'm not saying working with or nothing else. We decided on the conversation. We did lunch or something. I think our first time we ever met. And we just had the conversation. What's so crazy about us, we had a conversation about an event we wanted to do for introverts. a lady, we were at a coffee shop, and a lady, whoever she is, we got to find this lady.
We got to find her.
She sat next to us because there was nowhere else to sit. Or it probably was places, but she sat directly like on top of our lap. And she was like, "This is so good, y'all should be recording it. Y'all need to have like a podcast or something."
Right.
Oh.
Hence the Pull Up Experience podcast edition. And we've
been
rolling. Shout out to that lady.
Shout out, she knew.
God sent people to confirm.
Yeah.
They send affirmations when you didn't even realize you needed confirmation. And I feel like sometimes you get blessed.
She can spend some time. Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? Just a smidge. But you get blessed with people and opportunities. Yeah. And it's imperative that you recognize what they are when you see them. Even if the people and opportunity are rejections or not yets in your life. Because I feel like a lot of times we take a objection as a rejection. So some people might ask question and we instantly clam up and say, maybe that's not for me. No, maybe they just ask a question because they want more information. You know? And if you're able to provide it, that means, yes, I trust that I can work with it. Even if you can't provide it and you're honest to say, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Right.
You'll make a lot of money with an I don't know versus a flat out lie or trying to sell me. Don't try to impress me. You probably, quite as it's kept, if you piss enough people off, a lot of people just come to tell you how much they dislike you. Because the opposite of love is not hate. I don't know who thought that. The opposite of love is indifference. When they don't love you, they won't pay attention to you. When they dislike you just as much as they like you, so much passion behind it, that is just as good as love. That's why it says no such thing as bad publicity. Because their eyes are still on you. The algorithm, right? That's how we get beyond the algorithm. I don't gotta buy a rental or stay at an Airbnb and fake like this is my life. You know what I mean? Like, I can honestly just turn on the camera with no lashes and be okay, but I know my audience. Yep. And they know. I'm going to say whatever I got to say about Brandon, and we're going to give you some dope entrepreneurs. That's our platform, right? Right. But understanding who you're dealing with and being able to be honest in those transactions is everything. So I do love that the Power brand, a lot of people think branding and they only think, what's my logo? What's my color scheme? Though those things are important to kind of touch on psychological behaviors and stuff, the bigger scheme of it is understanding the person. And I think that you do a good job at helping a lot of celebrities because quite as it's kept, celebrities are some of the most confused people. They are great at their craft and not at yours. So, the
bun hit the stage, man. It's hit the stage.
94 is when it got retired, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm going to take the batteries out. But that is the truth. Like, a lot of people think, regardless of who you are, if you're operating in your grace instead of trying to jump all over the place and be omnipresent and all over it, I don't need you to be everybody. I just need you to be really good at what you tell me you can do, because I can build a team of everybody else. You know what I mean? So understanding what your gift is and being able to articulate that consistently and frequently that's the power brand. Yeah. That's the power in the brand or whatever.
Power in the brand. Yes. And here's the funny thing is that don't be afraid to do something messed up and come back to the table, right? Yeah. Because, you know, if you guys know me and Marquita, we have tried to do multiple conferences because, and not because, you know, we could just do it. We understand our value and what we bring to the table and what we can offer. And then we understand more than anything people and what they need and how they need to connect. And so, again.
And that's how y'all know this one's going to be good, because let me tell you, honey, every team is not fit to equip the people that you need with what they need at the time that they need it. Yeah. And understanding the elements and aspects of what a person needs and making sure everybody is delivering. Yeah. And they are feeding the people and not themselves. Yeah. Because if I feed you, I'm going to eat regardless. You know what I mean? So understanding the team is critical, because the team has to be more time than appetite. And Brandon joke all the time, because I told him, like, listen, I just got out of a situation. We will not be getting in one if you're not about your business. But
man, I remember that conversation.
Episodes later, however many events, he came with it though. If you are very serious about your craft and you tell somebody else, I'm serious about my business, if you plan to do business with me, it'll be amazing. And that's why I know Power Brand is going to be good, because rather than just giving anything, it's been such a well thought out
for a long
experience.
Long time.
It ain't been that long.
Look, so what?
2 years.
Brand Fest, what? Is that 2 years?
Like the end of October 2020. So it's not even
2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years.
Yeah, but a lot of people quit in 2 years. A lot of people don't even.
A lot of people quit in 6 months.
Yes. Yeah. Amen. So don't be afraid. If you know what you know, stand behind it. Period. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, I have been doing branding for so many years. I just think that I instinctually just understand it, and I understand why people need to have conferences about it, because there's still so much a lot of misconfusion around what it is. Like, branding is not just a logo. It's everything you are.
It is.
Everything you are. Yeah.
So, I want to give you flowers because you spoke upon this when we had your first interview and whatnot, and you're doing it. So I want to give you flowers and just say, proud of what you're doing.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Can we be the official publicity? Can we
Let's
jump?
Oh yeah, I'm about to say we media coverage. You know what I'm saying?
Coverage. Listen, no, I mean, and if you've been to any Power Brand events in the past, you already know it's high end. You know, red carpet interviews, paparazzi. Like I live in that world. Food, the best food you will ever taste. You know. And I can say this exclusive one here. There will be a power.
You're not doing more.
There will be a Power Brand preview event. It's invite only, so pretty much if you do not get an invite, it will not be publicized on social media. You won't even know where the location is until a week before it actually happens. Like, we already had a location, y'all know, of course. But that's what I'm just saying. When you are going to be an innovator and you out here, you have to be the Beyonce of the situation. And what I mean is not just a performer or a singer. You have to just shock people. Like, literally. People hate not being able to have access and being a part. How come? Don't give people the ability to know what you're doing. Like, we were able to be successful on Power Brand and doing, because we went underground. Everything that we're doing, you don't hear about Power Brand yet, because the thing is, we're going to sell out the conference even before it hits the air. And so even with this event, like, it's private, exclusive. Hopefully you get an opportunity to get an invite. But just don't be afraid to do stuff different. You know what I'm saying? People are used to the same things, and those people who are also dominating content creation, entrepreneurship, and social media is because they're not afraid to go out of the box and really just shock their audience and just go different. You know, everybody's okay. Here's another women's conference. What's making yours any different? Like, I don't care. Like, you know, there's another concert. Why is this going to be different?
Or another networking event in the city.
Another networking event. Yeah. Why? And it's the same people that show up. And so, diversify. Literally shock people. Bring people together they never met each other, right? And then literally put them in uncomfortable situations where they have to talk to each other, right?
Speaking of which, March 12th.
March 12th.
We'll be doing another
Start segue. Nice segue.
Let's go.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
So last time we was with you, you spoke upon what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since you left, we got some stable questions we ask everybody now. Okay. So let's get into it. So, and you're doing it. So you kind of answer this question, but just so we can get a more lengthy answer. We all know Cleveland is synonymous. When you talk about Cleveland, people say that we don't support each other, right? As you know.
Okay, yeah.
And like I said, you're doing it, but what do you feel like are other ways that we can help break that stigma?
I think that the entrepreneurs who are connected need to really have honest conversations with each other, because it's That's what we had this for. Like, we. So, this is a pull-up experience, so I won't, talk my ass, but what I'm saying is this, again, me and my team, we really had to bootstrap, and the thing is, we went and we had the proper conversations with certain people in the city of Cleveland, people who have had, just different positions in the city, and, we love Power Brand. This is a great idea. And when we like, okay, can you support it? They're like, can you financially support? Oh, we just gonna see how it all goes. What I'm saying? This is a great idea. And the thing is, it's just like, I just think that there needs to be honest conversations. Yeah. Because there are a group of entrepreneurs who ain't doing nothing, right? I'm not gonna get y'all caught. There are a group of entrepreneurs who aren't doing nothing, and they're getting heavily supported. But there's also a group of entrepreneurs who are putting in the work, who are not getting supported.
That's what we had this right here.
Yeah, I mean, and they feel left out, they feel dropped, they feel unsupported. You may feel like you're the underdog, but again, you're only the underdog until you're not. And the thing is, why do we wait until you're not the underdog to want to jump on? And now, I'm gonna help you be, I'm gonna help Power Brand next year, 2024. Nah, we good. We needed you 2023. Right. And you were like, nah, you'll be all right. But again,
just like y'all fake Brown fans, don't be jumping on the bandwagon.
Right, jumping on the bandwagon late, right? And that's what I'm just saying. Just it's one thing that I heard a long time ago, and I'm gonna just put it like this. There was I don't know who said this. It's just like, get 1,000 fans, get 1,000 people who down for you, right? Because, you can have 10,000 followers, but get 1,000 loyal. The reason I say that is because in Cleveland, everybody's still so myopic. And myopic means that you're unto yourself.
You seen her face. She knows what I'm talking about.
Everybody is in their own cluster. It's a lot of clickiness, a lot of people in their own cluster. But my thing is this, I'm not gonna put myself in a cluster. I'm not going to partition myself off. I'm literally looking for entrepreneurs who ain't gonna quit. I'm literally looking for entrepreneurs, whether you're the top dog or the underdog. I'm looking for those entrepreneurs who are like, nah, I'm here to stay. And I'm gonna just keep going, keep grinding through the mud, that's who I want to connect with. Because you understand and know what it feels like to be unsupported. And why is David Shan should be on a pull-up experience 1,000 times. Let me just go ahead and say that. Here's why. It's because if you was really about entrepreneurship and you understood that if I was David Shan's, I would be connecting with the top 200 or, top 100 underdogs and the top 100 superdogs. Why? It's because everybody wants to connect with the superdog, not realizing the underdog working 3 times harder, right? And they really your not y'all. Y'all not David Shan's competition. But what I'm saying is that
we definitely community though.
Yeah, community.
We ain't fighting each other.
We ain't fighting. You right.
But we definitely community.
But what I'm saying is that in moving forward to 2024, 2025, connect with entrepreneurs who's not going to quit. Connect with entrepreneurs, whether you feel like they the hotness or they're not. Keep connecting with them. Find out what they need. Find out if they need help. Do they need resources? Find out how you want a Power Brand, sponsor their event, right? Yeah. But like, look, now that's what we want to do eventually in the future, is that we're building a system where we can say, hey, the pull-up experience have literally Power Brand behind it, like sponsored by Power Brand. Yeah. We want to give you $10K so you can just go ahead and continue to evolve and be, you know what I'm saying?
Receive that.
I'm just saying, because who's doing it? How long are you going to have to bootstrap until people find out and realize you're a good thing?
Yeah.
How long?
No, that's good stuff.
And so that's my thing about Cleveland. Don't wait till people get big before you jump on, because it's disrespectful.
No, because you've been to LA, you done been all over the country or whatnot. Do you feel like it's a whole different atmosphere when it comes down to supporting others? Oh, no.
Great question. I'm not gonna hit that buzzer because we hit it all night. I'm gonna just do it, beep 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 beep, like no, dead serious, like that right there. because I travel to all of these different places and experiences, that energy, that environment, that whole, that's what I'm bringing to Power Brand, is my mind being in other places while I'm in a place that has absolutely not wrapped their mind around the bigness of what this is. So when you're coming to Power Brand, it's almost like you're going to the Met Gala or the Oscars or BET Awards and stuff like that, because that's where my head is. That's where my brand mind is, right? I'm that house. Remember we talked about the houses? I'm that house is already super clean, and I want people to come in and be like, I don't even know what to add to the situation, because my brain is in LA and Washington, D.C., and with my celebrity friends when I create the experiences that people come to experience, whether it's in a small room or a large location. Once you come into a Power Brand event or experience, you know you're there. It's no mistaking it. Yeah. My brain is never in Cleveland. My brain doesn't operate locally at all.
No, listen. That's a dope answer right
there. That's my favorite question. Like at night.
No, that's good stuff right there. And like once again, I gotta give your props, because I think you could have took this anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? But you bring it here. So shout out to you for that.
Yeah. Have you ever met someone who was in the hood, right? And then they get their first opportunity to go to the suburbs, and they're mind blown because it's not loud, there's no roaches, it's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, that could be a life-changing experience. It's the same thing. Not saying that Cleveland's the hood with the roaches, but what I'm saying is that you have, with that mindset, you have to allow people to experience something they ain't never experienced before. You have to, replace those bologna sandwiches and ramen noodle sandwiches and stuff like literally is spam. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to put something a different taste in their mouth, and that's also about brand experiences. Is you think you want to do or operate another way, but I'm gonna show you a way that you've never experienced before, and I'm gonna make your app. I am going to create addictions. Right? It's not drugs, but it's literally a high off knowing that I can have a better life based off of being able to be in an environment that cultivates who I am as an entrepreneur and a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think once again, the more and more you speak about it, the more and more I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it, because like I just think like you said Met Gala, I'm gonna be a bit
like Disney World, Vegas and that boy. I'm just saying.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and like I said, last time you was here, we talked about this. So, so we expect the Power Brand to have a conference every year. So we expect every year, boom, we're gonna see beyond the algorithm.
Period. Every year, hands down, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be bigger, faster, stronger. Literally, Power Brand is going to be the destination event, because remember, Power Brand is happening in Cleveland, but it's not a Cleveland event, right? Power Brand will happen in Cleveland every single year. So what we're doing is we have to feed the appetite. We want people to set their calendars by Power Brand every year. So May 2nd or 3rd week of May, every single year, Power Brand is going to be in Cleveland. Even though we may travel, like we may go to, London or Jamaica or something like that, but we will always have one in Cleveland every single year.
No, that's dope. That's dope. And believe the pull-up experience is going to be there,
Period.
Support it, so.
Yeah, I imagine pull-up experience, you come in, I actually want the media booth to be sponsored by the pull-up experience. Have y'all big old Power Brand. Yeah, this is the media booth. God, what? Now like David Shands need to understand. These are Power Brand people. So when you come in, you're like, man, and that's how it's gonna be. You've been to the big conferences where you see the big old Amazon logo and stuff hanging from the wall. Imagine you walk in a media pavilion where all ESPN and HBO Max is coming and BET, all of those, and they're in the pull-up experience media pavilion. That's Power Brand. I receive it.
Like I can see it now. You know what I'm saying? Like
I can see it now.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm fired up. You know what I'm saying? They can't come here fast enough.
Yeah, for real. It's gonna be a vibe. For real. Yeah.
And please. So y'all just make sure y'all check out the page, check out all our stuff, because we're gonna be boosting up Power Brand all around. So y'all make sure y'all sign up, okay?
Yeah. So if you want, I'll just throw some socials real quick. If you really want to connect with us, PowerBrandExpo.com, PowerBrandExpo.com. Everything about Power Brand Expo is on there. We on February 1st, we're going to be launching VIP.PowerBrandExpo.com.
Okay.
And that's going to let you know every single thing, moment by moment. What are the hot side events that are happening? You know, so they're having an event, we're promoting it, okay? But heavy, so it's just like anything that's happening in the city that's a verified Power Brand event, like what the event you guys are doing, we're going to be promoting it so that people can really plug into it. So just stay connected, you know, for the next 6 months. Just watch us, just watch how we work.
And we'll have that show notes, by the way, guys. So if you guys want to get connected, go on the show notes. So
yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. So we covered a lot of things tonight and dope things and whatnot.
Yeah.
And one of the things that, since you've been gone, our episodes are now going to be shown inside the classroom with the kids.
Oh, wow.
So, what do you want a young person who's watching this and saying, I like what she's doing, I want to do what she's doing? What are 3 things you want to take away from your episode tonight? Okay,
number 1, as an entrepreneur, start early. The earlier you start, the better you get a cap on your audience, and you can allow your audience to grow with them. Number 2, do not be afraid to fail. Fail fast, fail early.
That's good.
Fail strong, right? If you don't feel like you're going to cry in a corner, call your mama, halfway jump off a building. Don't do that. We don't promote those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you're not feeling like your life is being pushed to the ultimate limit, there's nothing that's going to push against a thing that's going to make you want what you're going to do even more. It's going to be hard, rough, tough, you know, straight up and down, crazy. You're going to feel crazy doing it, but it's going to be the most worthwhile thing you ever do in your life. And the last thing I would say is keep God first, because people will, me and Mark say one thing, Hosanna crucified. Like, right? One day the people will have you up, next day you'll be the underdog, right? People don't want to deal with you. People blacklist you. But what I'm saying is don't blacklist yourself. Like, literally keep your spirituality in check.
I'm with you. I'm waiting, because that was good.
Keep your spirituality in check. Know that your confidence is everything. And so if you're not confident about what you're doing, please don't expect nobody else to follow up behind you. I'm going to give you a bonus. I'm going to give y'all a bonus.
Yeah, please do.
Listen, don't follow. Listen, you are your own person. I don't care. Don't follow after what your mama want for you, your daddy, your cousin, brother, sister, baby mama, baby daddy, stuff like that. Literally, you came in this earth by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself, even if I'm a twin. I'm still leaving this earth by myself. You have the number one decision to make for you and you alone. Don't live in your head. Whatever you think about yourself in your head is not true. You have to pair it against what is the truth, okay? So again, whatever you're afraid to do, be afraid, but continue to do it, and it's going to be the best decision you ever made. Start now. Start early. Yeah. I
gotta say that is the best three points we had thus far. You know, that was all good stuff. I'm over thinking, I'm like, okay, that's good. No, but we always have a good time with Sherita, man. We thank you, because you've been down from the beginning.
Period.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate the consistency. They got a whole calendar scheduler now. Like, they have a whole assistant. It was like, tell your friends, get with my friends, check with my secretary. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yeah. No.
We are getting to y'all. I know y'all be feeling like we funny acting.
Yeah, man.
It really it's a whole system. 3 months to get on the show.
I was just like, there's a waiting list. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Like, it's serious. I'm grateful.
Yeah, no. Listen,
we love y'all. We
do.
Appreciate y'all.
We do. Like, y'all, like, that's, you know what? I thank y'all, because, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we went around to guess. We don't around to guess.
Right.
We don't. We do not. You know what I'm saying? Because so many great, dope things that y'all do in the city that y'all know what I'm saying, want to see. No, we appreciate y'all. Yeah. And I never want us to lose sight of that. You know, like I said, when me and Marquita sat down, we literally said we are the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we want to get to a point to where everyone, when they come on, they get in the spotlight that they rightfully deserve. If you're doing
something and you're doing it consistently, even if you haven't monetarily got to your dreams,
right?
What we will do is make sure that you are exposed,
Yes.
because you never know how your story
Absolutely.
or your event or whatever it is that you have within you or that you are about to do is affecting the world.
Yeah.
Because at this point, our viewership is more than Cleveland.
Trust me.
Thousands and thousands. We know. We go right into the algorithm.
Right.
I'm big on analytics and metrics.
Yep. Miss Analytics. That's your new name. Miss Analytics. That's her nickname. You said, what do analytics look like?
I want to see what's the watch hours for the top countries and top cities. I need to know.
Yeah, no. And like I said, we appreciate people like Sherita, because once again, I can't tell you time I've been sitting in the chair, I'll be like, dang, I needed that. You know what I'm saying? I needed to hear that.
Appreciate that.
So y'all think this is an interview. Sometimes this be for us.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, and people don't realize I have a deep fear. I have social anxiety. Yes, I have social anxiety really bad. And so when I talk about content creation and stuff like that, I'm still trying to encourage myself to do a show or a vlog and stuff like that. And so I'll get on an interview post-haste, but people are like, where is your vlog? And I just live in my head. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, I'm the president of the client. I'm literally, talking to myself and also talking to you all as well. Good. Because what you all have accomplished, the consistency of this, and I know there's days y'all be like, Lord Jesus, I do not feel like driving out here.
Let's just address this. We among friends. We gonna say this out loud, okay? So everybody want to know we're beneficial baby. Everybody been hitting up.
Everybody been hitting me up.
She didn't change her number. She don't answer. She didn't block everybody.
Yes. Even my husband asked. Even my husband like, is Marquita okay?
Everybody asked. And what's so crazy was I was okay, but we speak so much on entrepreneurship, and a lot of the times people haven't got to their destination yet, right? Period. So a lot of the times people gripe and they complain or they be feeling a way about entrepreneurship because they haven't made a check. We never talk about the overwhelm of getting there or getting even past that where you expect it to be.
Horrible.
It is scary. First of all, there's not enough hours in a day. And when people love you, if you don't realize, and I'm a numbers girl, I check numbers like crazy. And you don't realize how many people love and support and just want access to you at all times.
Yes.
So when I drop a sale, the last sale I dropped was around Black Friday. When you drop a sale, I know how people money work. I know my audience. So I know exactly how their spending habits. I know when to put a sale on. I know how long to tease them before I drop something crazy. Usually I got a 2-week cycle. I drop it. I take the price all the way down from like $5,000 to $500 was this last one. And everybody and their baby daddy and their grandma jumped on it. And it is overwhelming because everybody has to be on your schedule. On top of that, you got to have like a real life for your family, for your kids, for your church, for any community service you're doing. And then it was no time for me. So I had to make a pimp decision on where I was going to be, because a lot of people had to get their money's worth. You at least, when you're in entrepreneurship, especially as a business consultant, have to make sure that these people at least get their money back.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people think it's the logo, the website, and it's like, wait a minute, let's not change that. Nobody saw it in the first place. We need to change it. So we go through this whole psychological thing because a lot of the limiting self-beliefs is what hold people back in entrepreneurship.
Right.
So I got to talk you through that. And then I have to actually teach you the system, teach you how to make it, teach you how to run it, teach you who to hire. At the time, I had a assistant, and I won't say her name because it didn't go the way I liked it to go this last semester, but I'm really big on tapping into the resources around you. So I'm big on going through the colleges, getting somebody, letting them earn some college credit. We go through the motions of working a real business, blah, blah, blah. My last go round, it was a little and it just was too many people to have any type of technical difficulties. And it was frustrating. On top of that, again, I'm still a mom of young kids. Like, my kids not old enough to wash themselves or nothing. I have an amazing support system. Like, the family is always here, always going to be here. Man, especially my mom's. Like, come on, y'all know. But everybody's like, well, where's she at? She ain't posted nothing. She usually like the algorithm queen. And, I can wake up to her. I can go to sleep to her. She always on live. And it was like, so many people was expecting me to continue to give so much of myself. So I was like, screw it. And I took a self-care. Like, I'm doing the best I can. You know what I'm saying? So everybody on the list who paid for me got access to me. Everybody who expected that freebie, you're going to have to wait on it. How bad you really want it. You know what I mean? And the pull-up experience, I have an amazing team. And I knew I could fall back from the pull-up experience and it not be lacking. Thank God for Brandon and for everybody behind the camera. Thank God for Nakia making sure that we always have a studio. Thank God for all of our great guest hosts, because I'm still watching the pull-up. I got to make sure that the math is mathing, you know? But they had some amazing guests. They had some amazing guest hosts. And we continue to get people out there. Yeah. So I don't necessarily have to be around for it to go down. You know what I'm saying? And for social media, what I love about all of y'all is I maybe lost 4 followers in my whole 2 months that I've been gone. And I was like, you know what, that's crazy. I'm about to post. And every day I'd be like, I'm about to post again. I'm about to go live. But I don't want to commit myself to something that I'm not going to stay with. I would hate to go live and everybody's used to me doing it every day or at least a 2-week cycle. So until I'm like ready, and I know I have real time to give it to y'all, because right now everybody is literally 6 a.m. up, wash up, brush your teeth, get these kids together, and it's on the go. It's however late at night right now, and we're still here on the go. So Tuesdays are like my one day, and we do 2 episodes. It's still 3 months out, and we do 2 episodes every week. Yeah. So when I tell y'all, whatever, because Brenda gonna say it every week that I quit, and I did not quit. I took a break. I was on a hiatus, a self-care sabbatical.
It was an inside joke. People ask, I'm like, man, she quit, man.
But everybody. And I came back, like, I think I was liking something on Facebook. Oh, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram.
Hey, listen, let me tell you, listen, I can't get access to Marquita. I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not seeing on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you know it's something.
When that number changed, that's when everybody got it.
My husband was like, where's Marquita? I was like, yeah, I ain't seen it.
When that phone number changed, not that nobody actually called me or text, but when that number changed, everybody, I think Brandon was the most everybody reached out to. Like, where
everybody was like, literally like, I'm like, y'all like, I'm Marquita's keeper.
My real, and my brother's keeper. Yes, come on, Nino.
Or I guess you're right. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
listen for Pookie to Nino.
Man.
Right. But no, and she absolutely right. And that goes for anybody on the team. Like, that's a great thing having a team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If the Lord forbid, let this keep going because it's bigger than Nino Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's bigger than black and white. So I will say that I got an amazing team, and I knew what areas of my life could afford to miss
that's good.
without lacking. So I did what was best for me, and as an entrepreneur, do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, too many times we talk about, everybody want it so bad. When you get it, and when it smack you in the face, like it's really, really good, and it stay good.
That's facts.
It's a lot to handle.
It requires a lot.
And consistently, you have to rearrange it. And don't be ashamed. Like, what works for you in one season is going to cripple you in another. So be okay with switching how that works. Because I think a lot of times people don't appreciate the opportunity to switch up your systems. You don't always have to be on demand. So, like, a lot of my stuff, it's going from 5 to 10. It has to. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I'm in demand, clearly. So, and I give y'all, don't do that. I teach y'all how to make money for free. Everybody who got me affords me. Nobody went broke trying to stay with me. And if you did, put your last dollar down. I guarantee you got your money back. Look, you know what I'm saying? So that's one good thing I love about all of y'all.
I've got my money back 1,000 million times. I love
my people because they'll tell you I make money. I'm monetized finally. I get paid to post. So that is huge. Yeah, you gotta go up.
I'll give her credit.
Like people don't lie. But you gotta understand that overwhelm is something crazy. So switching up your systems. So a lot of stuff I say repeatedly to the same. Like I said, a different depending on what you do versus what you do, but it's the same basic foundation. So we're gonna have to transition because I would still love to impact more lives. Yeah, but it's a part. Sometimes when you absent and you still on assignment, like she say, sometimes you gotta go underground and still make it happen. So
you do.
I've been like a groundhog.
And honestly, I think even doing some of your stuff underground will literally test your market better. Because again, we have a power brand group, and they about that life. Like again, like there's some days again I gotta fall back. And they still posting. They're still in there. They're still engaged. They're still keeping it fresh and current.
Candace, Ruthie's list, Angel,
like
man,
and a lot of the people that has been on the pull-up experience is connected to Power Brand
gang,
or working
gang.
with Power Brand.
Yeah.
Gang over
seriously, like down for the cause.
It's at least about a good 10, 12 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Gang.
But again, that's a power of understanding who's around you, who has your back.
That's a fact.
Who has your back and who's really riding with you. But the thing is, you got to be able to ride for yourself. And also, like you said, that means being able to scale back, because when you succeed, when you're successful is also about pivoting as well. Yeah. And if you do not pivot the right way, and like you said, using those old systems, it will wreck your world because you can't handle the gravity. Yeah. You know, it's like getting in an airplane. Yeah. It's okay. Everybody's okay on the tarmac when that plane hit that elevation and your ears start to popping. That's why the babies start crying. You start getting some gum and Dramamine and stuff like that, because you can't handle the pressure of elevation. It's just, I mean, even in the natural, it just feels different. You're going to go through a change. Like even your body has to adjust to the new levels of elevation in the plane, right?
That's why I'm always sleeping. As y'all can see, it was nap time. I would go to sleep in a heartbeat to adjust. But that is true. I think we need to Power Brand 3 when we come back and do this again. Yeah, we're talking about how to navigate and manage success. Because a lot of people try to get to success. We always get you to it, but sometimes you got to get through success. Because that's not a conversation that's had a lot amongst entrepreneurs. Yeah. I don't know who. It might be my own episode. I'm gonna hit on it.
We have to come back. We have to come back and do a second episode, because that's real stuff.
It's tough. Yeah. Like it's different when nobody sees you. Nobody sees you. You grinding. Yeah. Then so many people see you. You start taking your pick. Like, ooh, so I'm not gonna be able to do this. Wild. I gotta figure out how am I going to qualify people now? Because there used to be a time I didn't need to qualify. If you had the money, you qualified. Now it's like, if you're the right person, you qualify.
Because all money ain't good money.
And it's more, even if it was free, sometimes my time is such a valuable resource. I don't like it to be wasted. Not even all the time, really. And y'all will see.
Time is the only thing you can't get back.
Exactly. So some episodes, we're going to have to, qualify. It's less about, you just want to work with me, and more like, will you feed my community? Yes. How can my people benefit from knowing that you exist? And it's not necessarily I made a couple milli, or, I started pre-pandemic, because that's true. It's all about, how do people see the value in you? How am I sharing value and adding value to my audience? We also about, bring value when you make content, or bring value when you start
people say that all the time. They don't even
explain what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all about knowing your target and knowing what they need when they need it. What she said earlier.
Absolutely.
So, I think this conference is going to be amazing to touch on that kind of stuff. But yeah, the pressure of success is real, and the pressure of consistent success. Because success is fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody love it when it first comes. That first year and a half, it'd be there. You'd be like, "Ooh, I got this."
But you got to keep it up.
Yeah, and you gotta pivot, because it don't stop. Like, once you hit it and you get a rhythm,
stride. Yeah,
you gotta figure out a way to manage it all, because it's not going to stop, and it's only one you.
And then also, when you succeed, it attracts more people, more eyes on you. So it attracts light and dark. What I'm saying is that you're being a light, and then all of the vagabonds, all of the devils, like you said, it's as equal as love is in success, is equal as not being successful. Because now you have everybody coming in, people that want you to fail, people that want you to win. And then more people want you to fail than win. So just know, people will be coming for you when you're successful. And that's a part of the territory. You got to be okay with that.
Sure do. Get that right 1,000. You'll be all right.
Shoot. I was about to say, 'cause I remember when my phone didn't ring at all. No.
Drizzy Drake with that hotline blinking. I knew it was the reason you had that little curly at the top.
You're real funny. My phone don't start ringing. My DMs, man, my DMs be crazy. Like, hey, Brandon. Now more than ever, because I'm like,
send it to the receiver.
Man, they like, Brandon, you need to help me find a house, and I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got you. And like she said, you got pre-qualified people, because everybody just being your DMs ain't always the best customer. All right, well, you need help with this right now. I got somebody to help you with that or whatnot. But you're right. I remember days when I remember first started being an agent. I'm like, man, I can't. I please call my phone. Man, I got to put my number online.
Change it like I did. Well, don't give it to nobody. There's so many other ways to contact me.
Yeah.
And anybody who you really, what I realize is people will find a way to make one when they really want it. But that's entrepreneurship. That is to be your customer. That's to be selling to you. That's to be your friend. If they really want you bad enough, they're going to find a way to get to you and get in front of you or get in a room with you. And that is who's really worthy of at least being considered. Because even just being in a room is not enough. Being in my presence is not enough. But being worthy of being considered, just because you took the effort to do it, now you're a step above just a random person to me.
This would be one discussion app, right?
Yeah. Like I said, it would be amazing. Like I say, a part 3 or something. It's
a panel discussion.
Yeah.
It
would be a good panel conversation. I hate panels. To be honest, when I go to that's one thing about conferences, y'all. I am very big
like
on
fireside chats?
I love firesides. I love like intimate chats. I can't stand panel interviews. Yeah. Because it's just a whole lot of talking about a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. I love one person on the stage, like keynotes. I love workshops and other intimate experience where we really deep dive and really dig deeper into whatever the craft is or whatever your specialty is. I love networking, period. Yeah. And as introverted as I am and how nervous I get.
You are not.
That's why I take her with me when we go network. She's with me.
Yeah, we tag team. Now, one thing I can say, individually, networking outside of each other is not going to happen. But this is definitely the Pippen to my Jordan. The Shaq Diesel to my Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
I would never take you as an introvert. Ever. What? Never.
Girl, I cannot stand people. It's not that I cannot stand people. I'm a social introvert.
You're an ambivert.
I can't start a conversation unless it's about somebody else. I can't start a conversation by myself. But if it's somebody else, like I could walk up to anybody and say, "Oh, this is my homegirl Sherita. She do XYZ. This is my brother Brandon. He do XYZ."
She's a great job.
But I can't do it like for me, like talking to just a random person. So once somebody else starts a conversation, I'll pick it up and we can keep going. Yeah. But I suck at like, hey, I need you to start
engage.
Yeah. I'm totally feminine in that, right? Like I can't.
I'm like, hey, how you met my friend Marquita?
Don't do it like that. Oh goodness gracious!
So I'm gonna put out there. We should have a panel discussion.
No, not panel. We got a
fireside chat of just talk about success and just how mentally speaking, and just how to handle that and how to engage that without losing yourself in the process.
Yeah. That's a heavy conversation.
It is.
And I don't think
no.
Oh no.
What was it?
He just lost his
thing. I'm sorry.
He just lost his necklace. I don't think I've heard that conversation being had at a conference either.
It needs to be had. Yeah. That transition from trying to get it to I got it and what to do with it is such a level of entrepreneurship that gets skipped. It's always what you do when you get to 6 figures, what you do to get to 7K, 7 figures or whatever it is, right? It's never that in between of this is how you transition taxes. Ooh. This is not, this is how you transition with systems. This is how you transition mentally. This is how you transition just on an overall aspect. Nobody talks about it enough for it to be received on a holistic basis. And there's so many people right there in the interim. Yeah. Okay, maybe even if they're not at 6 figures, they're at a very high 5. They can probably quit their job if they really wanted to, but they still kind of doing both, especially corporatepreneurs. They don't have this enough. And then it's like, okay, I could probably hit $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I got to do is really, 10X it. But then it also becomes that transitionary period, like, how do I 10X?
Yeah, what does 10X look like?
Yeah. What do I multiply? And then also, what do I remove so that the multiplication makes sense?
Let me tell you, I was at Futureland, which is another conference in Cleveland,
Shout out to Night with Night. A Night of the Light.
Yeah, so which deals with tech entrepreneurs. Guess what the number one desired panel, like a desired workshop or a presentation was?
What?
Scaling your business. And so it was the only one that I think it was just like the space they had it in, we couldn't get in because I guess it was like a cap on the space. But entrepreneurship scaling, not just financially, people are really out here succeeding in these streets, and it's freaking them out.
Yeah, it's
like
a transition.
It's really freaking them out, and they're like, "How do I scale?" But they were not talking about money. They're like, "How do I mentally scale? How do I emotionally scale?" Like you said, how do I keep up with the success? Because that's where people crack. It's not even about getting to the year 1 through 5 anymore. Because of content creation, entrepreneurs are scaling at faster rates than ever before. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they're like, "Dang, I don't even know how to handle this." Yeah. Survivor's remorse.
Yeah, what worked to get you there may not always work to keep you there. Maybe the foundational portion, but systemically, especially if you trade time for dollars. Like, we think getting out of our job and, now I'm not making, $30 an hour. I'm making $100 an hour. I'm making $300 per hour or whatever, right? Like, that's dope, but we're still making it per hour. You're still limited to the 24. 16 if you go sleep 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to process. It's a lot to first of all, you have to figure out the correct transition for what actually works for you.
Yes.
Then you have to figure out navigating your customers through that process of transitioning to understand you're not going to have the same type of access to me. Even if you do get the money, you still can't have my time. I still matter to me just like I matter to you. And if you think my time is valuable, imagine how my spouse might feel, my children might feel, my grandmother who may be on her last leg might feel. You know what I mean? So you start to value things differently. And when you value yourself especially differently, because as new entrepreneurs, we like, whoever wanted could get some. You know what I mean? I done gave it to this job, I'm going to give it to whoever. But you start to switch up your value because people will show you your worth. And sometimes we don't do entrepreneurship, or we limit our entrepreneurship because all we look at is the haters. We don't see them few that's rocking with you. Even if it's just 5, you get 5 solid people talking about you, introducing you, paying for whatever it is that you put out. Them 5 show you your value, and if you start to listen and realize how valuable you really are, that 5 turn into 50. That 50 turn into 5,000, and then it's a problem. It's a great problem to have. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not complaining. Thank you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because it been sometimes you want to cry and quit. But when it comes, it's like a tidal wave. Yeah. And even if you can swim, maybe I shouldn't be here. And this particular time, I love the beach. But if it's a tidal wave coming, I got to figure out how to get back to the beach when it does settle. You know what I'm saying? When it all, when I could get back. So you got to be very transparent in what your abilities are, what your team's abilities are, whether that be your family or your actual, like, I pay y'all to do a certain job. And then just honest with yourself of what you can actually bear. Because we pray for things, and we pray for things, and we pray for things, especially when it comes to success in different areas. And sometimes you got to also pray for the ability to handle that success, to not mismanage that blessing. Yes. And it just comes to territory. Like, once you ask for that territory, God will increase it. But it's a whole lot that comes with the increasing of your territory. It's easy to clean up a 2-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? It's a little tougher to do 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms.
Whole nother time limit.
Yeah. So you got to be very honest with what your capacity is mentally, physically, financially, and be okay with either stepping back or helping finding other people to help you step up. So it's definitely a conversation to be had. Like I said, we ain't got to have it tonight. We didn't have a whole great segment.
I was going to say, part 3, you know what I'm saying, fireside.
We definitely can have it later on. Come to the Speed Networking event. You might might be able to meet some dope people, have some dope conversations.
Y'all gonna be there? You don't have to tell
Yeah,
you?
we'll bring the water bottles out, whatever y'all.
Bet.
Yeah, we got
can
you.
be twinning because I do not just want to walk around looking like Brandon. Come and get your merch. You know
So what? Just speaking of which, real quick, if you want the water bottle and the T-shirt and the bag and stuff like that. We're basically selling the kits. They're $55, and for those kits, basically your business or whoever you are, you're entered to win. Entered to be able to pitch at the pitch competition and win upwards worth $10,000 to launch a business. So
does it have to be to launch a business? Because I could take 10 stacks.
You can you can take 10 stacks. you can be an existing business. You know what I'm saying? You can be an existing business, but this is basically to start training you to be able to make small investments into your business if you're really serious about what you're doing. Putting it in a bigger pool so you can actually see how your dollars is working. So if you don't win, cross your heart, hope, not hope to die, but just cross your heart. You're being able to represent a brand that really has your interest in heart as an entrepreneur, like 360. And that's, with these kids, that's what they represent. So we will absolutely be at the speed networking event. We will have kits and bottles and water bottles and stuff and T-shirts available to sell just to represent. We even have street signs, like yard signs.
Love it.
So I should put y'all some. We have yard signs. That's what's up. So if you want to be on the algorithm, if you support entrepreneurship and you want a yard sign in your yard, let us know. Hit me up. Shoot your shot in the DM. Let's go.
That was up. So y'all, we can't thank Sherita enough, y'all. Every time we go on Sherita, it's always a great time and so much value and so much we learn. And I know, what I'm saying, when we're looking back, episode 45 with Sherita, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, every time it's
you think about it, because you were still like kind of beginning when we started.
I was still beginning.
We were in you were on our first few episodes,
23.
20. Yep.
Jordan
episode. Yep.
23 to 90th. Izzo. Oh, 70 episodes.
Growth.
Yeah, no. Listen.
I love it.
Listen, that's striking me in the face.
23. I remember.
So
this is the Jordan episode.
Yeah. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now we here. So I can't thank y'all enough for once again coming out every week, watching these great entrepreneurs we have on, and just the dope thing doing for our city. So, hey, you could be on here next.
Yeah, come through.
Come on through.
Let's go.
We might even meet you at the Power Brand.
Yeah. Well, what Marquita always say? what she always say? Don't meet me there. Beat me there.
Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Yes.
Like that, ain't you? Look at you taking notes.
It's all right. I've been around too long, y'all. I've been around too long.
I give you a break.
We thank y'all once again, y'all. So we'll see y'all next time, all right? Peace.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, that was good.